we are back. Smoke and Mirrors, episode 68. The I Owe You One episode. How we living there, big dogs?
Yeah,
It's going good. It's going real good.
Yeah.
How you going?
Yeah, good. I actually got up and I was on time today.
Good.
Set an alarm for 8:30 and I was like...
I was up at
8:29.
7.
Fall over.
Throw my phone at the wall.
That's what it feels like. I set my alarm for 8:30. Woke up at 7.
Fuck.
What is going on?
It's just death touch that phone.
Fucking badly. It's just a shit weather, man.
Can you imagine Dim mocking the phone, but the table legs blow out instead?
Yeah, but you got to like open your eyes, like you know how he does. He's like real intense.
Yeah, fucking Van Damme looked like that picture of that person screaming in that portrait.
The screamer.
Yeah.
Or Scream, I think it's called. What's his face? I always see, like, I really want to see him, like, do the dim mock, but then it just cut to the scene from Independence Day when the fucking White House blows up, because you just see the splinters and everything.
It's like the video that they do online of like Arnie and Carl Weathers shaking hands and the atomic bombs and everything, and they got the Guile theme.
You have to have the Guile theme, man. But no, doing fantastically well. And on to this, so streaming news. So the Point Break sequel that never was. So, as we all know, Catherine Bigelow directed one of the greatest fucking action films ever fucking made.
The third greatest action movie ever made.
What's the other two?
The first is, what's his face? The greatest action movie ever made is Predator. The second greatest action movie ever made is Die Hard.
Oh, man. Perfect. But no, so talking about Point Break, in the works for a while, there was going to be a fucking sequel. And this is prior to us getting the unfortunate remake.
That was unfortunate, that remake.
It was because they shouldn't have called it Point Break.
Nah.
They should not have called it. If they called that movie anything else, it would have been fire, that movie.
Should have just been X Games.
Maybe not X Games. It should have been called because they're doing the trials of someone, right? It should have been that person's name.
Yeah.
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 Or the Trials.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You mothers.
But no, so there was this sequel in the works. I forget the writer's name, but he was talking about it. And he's like, this was going to be called Point Break Indo. Indo or Indie? But
Indo.
Yeah.
This was going to be based around Johnny Utah's daughter. And Utah was missing, but they haven't found his body. So they're trying to actually find the father in this one. You think about it, right? Like, I don't condone the child
Yeah.
like being the sequel.
It's too convenient.
Yeah. And obviously she follows in the father's footsteps, you know, goes through all the training, and now she's in there as well. But at the same time, it might have actually gone somewhere when you think about it. Like, what if this was the opposite to Hannah? You know what I mean? Where it was 75% Banner, 25% Hannah. You know what I mean?
That would have been good, but then they started talking about, but is Utah really gone? And I was like, nah, you lost me, son.
I would have liked it to see. I think you brought it up with Utah as the Pappas sort of character, right?
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't have minded if there was copycats,
Yeah.
but you know, at the end of it, you find out that it actually it's Utah's daughter that's behind all this shit. That's what I would have done.
That would have been an interesting twist.
Yeah,
And
because
it would have been
he had to kill. Essentially, he wanted to kill Swayze for doing that shit. Can you imagine if it was his daughter?
Then, if they did that chase through the neighborhood, and he's like,
Yeah,
it would make even more sense.
fucking badly.
You know what would have pissed me off, though, is if you found out... So you know how, like, he has that relationship with that chick who previously had a relationship with Swayze?
Yeah, Laurie Petty.
Yeah. If Petty was having Swayze's kid, but Utah thought it was his kid the whole time,
Oh, shit.
And it was the plot twist that it's Swayze's kid and Petty was giving her all the info about Swayze and that's why she does the shit.
Can you imagine if they went full dramatic and it was like this real introspective piece about the sins of the father and it's like, which father? Because Utah just went off the fucking rails after the first one.
Yeah.
He throws the badge away.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
obviously, he's not a cop anymore
Nah.
after that.
Very like open ending. What if he just became the Swayze? What if
It
he
would've
embodied
been-
the Swayzes?
It would have been cool if he just did become a bank robber after that.
That would have been fucking mad.
It was like, fuck it.
I think that's almost what they were alluding to with like this plot synopsis for the sequel series.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way Reeves was coming back for a show.
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think we'll see Reeves in the Continental.
Even though it's set like 30 years
I think
before.
the very last episode is going to end with actual Winston.
That'd be cool if it does.
Yeah.
As long as they don't show us like de-aged Keanu Reeves.
No. I think it's going to lead directly into that next John Wick movie. Because we'll get the Continental before John Wick, yeah.
True.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What about this ballerina as well? Where's that going to go from there?
Well, the ballerina's set within that Angelica Houston's world.
Yeah. So that could still be.
Yeah.
Because she's still operating.
Well, she's essentially getting trained up, right? She's working her way through. You see the steps.
Yeah.
When in John Wick 3, you see the steps that they go through. It's like ballerina and then bloody what's-his-face. Then the combat training and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
If I could save up like 120K just for like expenses and then just take like a 2-year career break and then just go do that every day for 2 years and then come back just a beast.
I was just like pirouetting like all tank.
But I got guns in each hand.
That's wild.
But no, like this Point Break sequel, it's very like skeptical. But at the same time, I just really want Point Break shit, man. Like I was talking to the big dog and I was like, is Point Break fucking out on 4K? Because I felt like watching fucking Point Break after reading this.
I think enough times passed that you could kind of revisit the property. But if it's not the right story, then why does it need the Point Break branding?
Exactly.
Know what I
It
mean?
shouldn't be called Point Break.
Yeah.
I don't think Point Break is the brand to kind of go after.
Yeah. Like, I think the biggest thing from this that they mention is that a lot of movies have taken like beats like directly from this fucking movie.
Yeah.
So instead of making a Point Break sequel, just fucking make another movie with similar beats because then you can work your way around it. You
They've
know
done
what I
it
mean?
so many times.
They made
like,
9 of these movies.
Yeah.
It's called fucking Fast and Furious. People
That's true.
forget that the very first Fast and Furious was just Point Break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point Break on wheels.
Literally. Fuckers.
And that's it for streaming news.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. All right, so we're heading into our film news there. So we got Denis Villeneuve. And he's talking about the old Dune sequel that's gearing up to shoot in July, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
July 2022. So he had some details on the sequel. It's obviously no spoilers, mate, because the book's been out for 60 fucking years. So
I know.
Go read the book, champion. Go read the book. Right? So one of the reporters was talking to someone, and they asked the question, you know, are we going to see some of those characters that died come back? And he was like, it's been out for 60 years.
It's a flamethrower, Rick.
Yeah, Rick. It's a flamethrower. But yeah, we will, like, you know, see some characters come back and into the fray. He was more talking about Baron Harkonnen's nephew, his other nephew.
Yeah.
So not Bautista, which is like, you know, in the Dune miniseries, he's painted out to be the stupid one. He's just the muscle. But this new nephew, what's his name? Fade.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the smart, calculating, like, you know, he's the Paul essentially of the Harkonnen.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, he's talking about his, like, actually bringing that character played by, what's his face? Sting in the...
Yeah.
Not Sting. No, it was Sting.
Yeah, it was Sting.
Yeah, played by Sting in the Lynch film. And, yeah, he said that it was a choice to keep him back from this film. he said that he will introduce him in the second one, along with a whole other, all the other characters. So, I mean, he still has to introduce the Emperor as well, and the Emperor's daughter. So, yeah. It's a lot of story.
There's a lot to do in this second one. He's talking about, it's going to be a playground now.
Yeah.
Because we've set up the universe.
It's going to be action. It's going to be wall-to-wall action, mate. It's not.
Do you reckon this is going to be a 4-hour fucking movie with an intermission?
It better be.
It's shaping up
better
to be. Like, it needs to. If he should have set out to make 3 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going to,
Because I feel like, what was it, 2 hours 47 for part 1? And there was, like, maybe you could have pushed that out a little bit longer, give us more, so you'd have less here.
Yeah. Unless he's going to go full on Lynch and then, like, shit's just happening over voiceover. And then he did this, and you just see, like, a little montage of them, like, running in the dunes. And then they just found Gurney Halleck. And then, like, Patrick Stewart, like, turns around with his fucking bald mullet on. It was wild.
Just whipping in the desert.
I'll put my hair back and forth.
All right. So, some really exciting news.
Okay.
When I seen this article, I was like, Milius is directing the, like the film about John McAfee. This is going to be fucking wild. But it wasn't the Milius that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be John Milius. But instead we're getting his daughter, right? Amanda Milius, who's like an accomplished documentary filmmaker.
Yeah.
Documentarian, I believe they call it.
Yeah. That too. So she's going to be directing the narrative film of this, but also the documentary about John McAfee's life. So why McAfee sounds so fucking familiar? He's the antivirus guy, right?
Yeah, in the 90s, all of you would have had it on your computer.
Yeah. So he blew up. This is like a billionaire. This guy chose to take those billions and fucking like went off the rails, built a compound in South America. He was on the run from the cartel. He was doing little side hustles for the CIA. Like, everyone was just after this guy, and he was, like, training to be fucking Rambo in the jungle and shit.
Have you guys watched the documentary on this guy?
No.
I think I watched it on Netflix. He's a little crazy.
Sounds it. This will be nuts, but it sounds like it'd be a cool character study. And it almost gives me, like, Apocalypse Now vibes.
But he was kind of crazy. I mean, he basically fled the US because he said, "Fuck you, I'm not paying your taxes."
Yeah.
This is a billionaire, and he just said, "Nah, I'm not paying taxes," and just bounced. Went to Belize, I think, and that's where he set up his compound. And I mean, there's talks about him like ordering hits on people and everything. It's wild. He was a wild boy.
Jesus.
Old John was a wild boy.
Bill Gates wasn't in these
I
in his sights.
I wouldn't fucking be surprised. He like married a prosy and everything.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's a wild boy.
I like him experienced.
Jesus.
Gates probably had to drop the disclaimer, like, in public, we don't condone McAfee's actions. You can choose to download this software if you like.
Hopefully he's got an antivirus on his PP as well. Jesus.
Damn.
You're going to have to go like full comedian. Like hold that shit like...
Poor Gates.
But no, like, and the interviews that they're using for this are from 2019 before he went into a Swedish prison where it's like either suspected of suicide or he got hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this will all be information from like basically recently.
Yeah.
Prior to COVID happening. So this motherfucker probably got all the smoke, dog.
Yeah, man. And I don't think he died with much of a fortune either. He just gave all that up.
No, but he allegedly had information on everyone.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's what McAfee was intended to do?
They he tattooed on his body. If this is just before he actually went into into jail if you find out that I committed suicide. It's not real.
Jesus.
Yeah, someone has got to me.
All right.
And his wife had the same tattoo.
That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
But then, like, we don't know. It could just be McAfee being McAfee as well.
Yeah.
He was batshit crazy.
Yeah.
He was.
Like, a lot of these CEOs and stuff, they say they do have, like, psycho or sociopathic tendencies, so some of these others probably just go off the rails.
That'll be wild to go, if you find me, like, you know, and it looks like I've committed suicide, it's not. And then you kill yourself, like, intentionally.
Yeah.
They'll be the troll of the year.
Badly.
Like,
Well,
no offense to
He said that, and he said that as soon as I'm dead, there'll be like there's 15 terabytes of files that I'll release onto the public networks, and people will find out the real truth and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Nothing got released.
Nah.
Mans was lying.
Unless they built like a copper like shielding over his compound. No internet for you, Mr. McAfee.
damn it. Darn it. This antivirus software does shit.
No, but that's how, like, essentially that's how he got the information. That's what he was saying. Like, due to the antivirus software, he had access to everyone's computer, so he was just stealing information. That man, he was a wild boy. He was a wild boy.
Damn, man. This guy was trying to pull the Batmans. You know, the Batmans, how he just knows all the weaknesses of everybody. His best was the Batmans. The McAfee Batmans. But, so we got word from David Mitchell, one of the co-writers for the new Matrix. And they're talking about the Matrix, and he said he caught like a viewing of it in Berlin. Yeah. And his words around was that this isn't a sequel. However, they do utilize some of the elements of the previous 3 films within it. I don't know. This just sounds like fucking trash to me when I hear it. It makes sense considering the Matrix is a piece of software, visual software, so you can just like pick and choose from different iterations of the Matrix to make a new Matrix.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I fucking hate these reviews that come out and they're just like, oh, it's really good. It's mind blowing. You know, this is gonna be like one of the greatest sequels you've ever seen. I'm like, fuck it, man. Fucking 3 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, champion. I fucking see it already.
Why would I take this man seriously?
Yeah.
He wrote Cloud Atlas for them.
Yeah.
As if he's not out there sucking clit.
Jeez.
Fuck out of here, man.
Same guy who made Tom Hanks call someone a cunt.
Did he?
Yeah, and Tom Hanks has the Irish accent in that one iteration in Cloud Atlas.
I gotta watch Cloud Atlas. I've been ducking this movie for years.
It's the only other movie where I've seen Q from the Craig Bonds in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to the point where Halle Berry's like slow motion driving off the bridge, and I'm like, this is a fucking enough. Just like switch it off.
I was just fast forward. Speed it up, Barry.
You're gonna watch this at 1.5 speed.
Apparently. This is bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, for me, I can never ever fucking trust the reviews of someone who's been attached to the film, because they're always going to be proud. Not always, but there's going to be some form of pride about their work.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to talk to it for the cameras to get more traction as well. So we're not going to get like a proper response until we either see the movies ourselves or see what the verdict's going to be later on.
Did those Wachowskis write all the other...
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they get this Cloud Atlas douche on there?
Because the Wachowskis didn't like write this one. Like, it was just one Wachowski. It was Lana. You know what I mean? She was probably like, well, I'm going to need help with this because I want to expand the concepts and make sure that everything's covered.
Yeah, and this isn't the only co-writer as well. It was Wachowski, this guy, and Alexander Hemon, or whatever his name is. So this is like a third Wachowski.
Yeah.
Righto.
And it's not the other Wachowski as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it might benefit from not having the other Wachowski as well. Like, I find that a lot of their dialogue is very it's almost like they're doing an impersonation of how people talk. They haven't grasped the language. I don't know if they just need to spend time with Aaron Sorkin, getting the ums and the ahs and the ers in there.
Literally.
An argument I've heard about the Matrix about wooden acting is just that's just how they're programmed in the Matrix. I'm like, fuck, you can't program wooden acting.
Wait, what are you talking about? Pull the other one up. Fucking hell. All right, so we got old Casey Affleck.
Sir.
Back on the screen
Yeah.
after the allegations.
Fuck. How did that fan out?
Obviously, well, for Casey, he's still fucking acting.
Handled like on the side there?
Fucking handled out of court. That's how it got handled. Fucking hell. But yeah, he's setting up for this movie called Slingshot. Right? So it's who else is in there? Larry Fishburne's in there. David
brother, it's Lawrence.
David Morrissey, Toma Capone, and Emily Beecham, right? So Slingshot is about this guy that's on this mission to essentially slingshot from Saturn to Titan, right? Which is just off Saturn. It's one of the moons on Titan. It's one of the places that they suspect that we'll be able to live.
Yep.
Right. So he's like struggling to maintain, what is it? Yeah, his grip on reality. Because he's on this fucking mission. He's in this fucking ship with this crew.
Yeah.
He's going fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It could essentially be the last thing he does.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like him trying to deal with all that shit. It sounds pretty cool.
It does. And Casey Affleck's a good actor.
He is. He's damn good.
But it does sound like Moon,
Sounds
Sunshine.
like Moon and Interstellar, and yeah, it's in that vein, right?
Yeah.
It's for the benefit of humanity.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So Mikael Halfstrom is directing this, and yeah, we'll see Affleck soon again.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Fuck, Moon was a meal to get through.
Was it?
Yeah.
A lot of people saying that's one of the most critically acclaimed movies ever.
Might be the only movie where Justin Hammer fucking actually gets his chops off, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean? My man's was in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Those ain't never seen that shit.
Me neither.
That shit is
But
fire.
3 Billboards, he was firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he starts off like a dick, but ends up being the maddest O.
Fucking Green Mile?
Green Mile, yeah.
True.
Billy the Kid.
Man's puts in work, son.
He is a worker.
Maybe that's how you got the moon
The-
roll, because of
the-
the moon pie.
Seven Psychopaths is really, really good in there as well.
I haven't watched that one yet.
McDonough made that one.
Yeah.
McDonough?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how good that movie is?
Yeah.
You know how good Woody Harrelson is in that movie?
Yeah.
Mate,
Walken's in that one as well.
amazing.
I don't know, man. What do you call it? It's always the argument of why Woody Harrelson only acting good now in the twilight of his career.
Because people didn't see the other stuff that he was doing.
Yeah. Also, that would probably just wanted to have fun.
True.
Why wouldn't you? As if
Exactly.
I'm not going to fuck around with Matthew McConaughey for like 3 months while I'm on the set
True.
in my hometown.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And now he's got perspective.
Yeah. He had cheers, and now he's got cheers from the crowd.
To the victor, the spoils. Why don't you just get the fuck on with the next topic? All right. So we got the full synopsis for The Batman. Warner released it. So it is, after 2 years of stalking the streets as The Batman, striking fear into the hearts of criminals, has led Bruce Wayne deep into the shadows of Gotham City. With only a few trusted allies, Alfred Pennyworth, Lieutenant James Gordon, amongst the city's corrupt network of officials and high-profile figures, the lone vigilante has established himself as the sole embodiment of vengeance amongst his fellow citizens. When a killer targets Gotham's elite with a series of sadistic machinations, a trail of cryptic clues sends the world's greatest detective on an investigation into the underworld, where he encounters such characters as Selena Kyle, Catwoman, Oswald Cobblepot, Penguin, Carmine Falcone, Edward Nashton, the Riddler, As the evidence begins to lead closer to home and the scale of the perpetrator's plans becomes clear, Batman must forge new relationships, unmask the culprit, and bring justice to the abuse of power and corruption that has long plagued Gotham City. It sounds like just normal Batman.
Yeah. We know.
I don't see anything new here, my friends.
No, not at all. It always hits close to home. It's always someone that he has to unmask. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, the perpetrator's fucking plan always becomes clear.
You know what this isn't?
What?
Batman having to basically go through all of Arkham, fight his way through all of his old villains.
Oh, man.
If this synopsis went, Batman in one night must clear his rogues gallery, I would be infinitely more excited than this long-winded fucking, like, you know, approach to Batman.
And all you need to do is just fucking turn Batman Arkham Asylum into live action.
Literally.
It starts off perfect, it ends perfect.
Badly.
That's all you need to do, because it starts off with the Batmobile going through, he's got the Joker, and then shit just goes south.
Yeah, everything goes left. Or it should have said Batman is dealing with, what's-his-face, Deathstroke throughout the whole night. That's what it should be.
Badly.
That story is ultimately better than this one.
Yeah. And it touches on the exact same shit.
Yep.
Can you imagine like a Batman film opening and Batman's like chasing after Zaz, and then you catch like a fucking news break that people have found out that Batman is Bruce Wayne because Deathstroke's fucking got all that information and now he's just fucking with him the whole night. Batman's a step behind every time, not like he usually is, and it chalks his fucking mental, and now he's got to find Deathstroke through all this shit.
Fuck yeah. You see, they should start a first Batman movie like Bond. If they had like the 30 minutes before and just did the night of the Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if they did a fucking like, you know, montage song or something like that. I'm Batman.
I'm the Batman. But like one of the perfect films you could make, you could even make it into a limited series if you wanted to, is No Man's Land. Mm-hmm. It has like perfect action for a movie, as well as just the best beats that you could see in a Batman like film. Like, wouldn't you want to see Batman fighting Zaz in a fucking broken building and he's beating this cunt to death through the fucking floors?
Yeah.
It's fucking coolest shit you've ever heard of, my friend. Fuck him.
they play it too safe, and I think they're like, oh, we should go after like the awards considerations and stuff like that. Batman is never going to be an Oscar winner.
No.
I'm sorry.
I still, like, the coolest thing I could think of is we do a Dark Knight Strikes Back, but then the poster is the silhouette of the Joker, and you can see the Batarang in his fucking eye in his hand like that.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'll be in. And the other poster for Returns is just him, the lightning.
I always find that a little bit funny.
Yeah. It's the pose.
Like, why would anyone jump like that?
Yeah.
Trying to get aerodynamics with the fingers.
I don't enjoy the safe Batman.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to watch this, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, but
Yeah.
like this did nothing. Like this says nothing. It's vague.
I've
the
seen
synopsis.
this before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can put this on any fucking Nolan Batman.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same story.
Literally.
We got Disney's spending budget here. They're going to spend $33 billion on content in the new year. So this is an increase of $8 billion from the previous fiscal year. We have 60 unscripted series, as well as, so this comprises of like 30 comedy series, a couple dramas, as well as some docu-series and limited series coming through as well, with a handful of animated series. And as well as that, we're getting some TV movies in there as well.
Yeah.
So this is all consisting of like, you know, Marvel going through their usual stuff, as well as just Disney Pictures, Lucasfilms, Pixar as well. And we're finally getting some 20th Century Studios stuff too in here as well. So they're getting some consideration. A few others with Searchlight, ABC, some more Disney TV, and then National Geographic, and some FX productions in there as well. So we've got this huge slate that's planned, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how the fuck they're going to do it. But
Well, if they start shooting next year, all these properties will only come out in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they've already spent the money.
Yeah.
And, like, this is just them going, well, this is what we spent, 33 billion.
Unless like they've started these projects prior
Mm.
and they're only telling us now that, hey, we've got all these series that we haven't been telling anyone about, and now we're going to drop.
Yeah.
Fucking eat your greens.
Do you think Loki and all of that Marvel stuff will be included in there?
Probably. I mean,
Are we
Loki,
getting Loki next year?
I don't think so.
Down it.
I think we'll get Loki in 2023.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like, Disney's been putting out a lot, and for them to want to try take Netflix's like throne, they need to put out a lot more content, and all of these properties will flow through Disney Plus, through Star, through Hulu, and give us like this big fucking portfolio of watch hours.
Fingers crossed.
Nowhere near fucking Netflix, though.
Nah.
No. Like, Disney does have content, but it's all very like either Marvel or Star Wars centric right now.
Yeah.
So we just need some more like original IP to just break up the monotony.
Yeah.
And it's good that they're actually doing this now, and giving some love to all their other studios that are underneath them so they can fucking shine.
Yeah. Had they funneled more cash into fucking 20th Century Studios,
Mate,
which is where they get more like variation in the properties that they can make.
they couldn't, right? Because they needed to build their Disney Plus platform.
That's
So,
right. Yeah.
like all of that 20th century stuff is more than likely going to show up on Hulu because it's the more adult centric sort of stuff. We're not talking about adult films here. But
The Blue Movie.
but yeah, like they needed to build Disney up first, get their viewers, lock them in so they forget about their fucking subscription.
Yeah.
And then, okay, well, now Hulu needs some love now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to see Searchlight finally. I mean, Searchlight is like, that's R-rated territory for me. Like, whenever I see a Searchlight, it's a really good drama or it's an R-rated film.
Yeah. Indie horror or something like that. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's good to see them getting some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we need more content like that. Like, they need to start like trying to entice like specific content creators to come through, different directors, things like that, and try and keep them under the banner.
Yeah.
Just have them working for them good ass movies as well.
Yeah.
They lost all that, right? As soon as Fox folded, there is no indie filmmaker anymore. Who the fuck are they making? Where are they making movies?
Yeah.
It's not Lionsgate anymore because Lionsgate is fucking mainstream as fuck now.
A24.
A24 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's where it's at.
Like, we're seeing a lot of directors now pledge fealty to a streaming service and just staying there. But it's still like good money as well.
Yeah.
But with that, you get consistent films from those specific directors.
Yeah. And you get a lot of exposure as well.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next season of Reservation Dogs.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Still need to see that, man.
Check it out. It's quick.
Is it worth?
Fuck yeah. It is. It's so good, man. even just for one cameo in particular, that was fucking hilarious.
Watch it. And that's
Right
it
there,
for our
Bado.
filming news.
Yeah. And now it is time to fan the hammer.
Very good.
Fucking big delays on this pad here. Pause.
Alrighty. So for this hammer that we're fanning, so we have a spin-off from Doom Patrol. So we have Dead Boys Detective. We've worked out that the lead roles will be played by George Rextew, Jaden Reverie, as well as Charles Rowland and Cassius Nelson. Netflix working on a Gorillaz film, which is pretty fucking cool. The Weekend series The Idol is getting a series order as well. And we're seeing some regulars come through us. So we have Troye Sivan, Susanna Sun, and Steve Zissis.
Dr. Zissis.
But we also have some other people coming through. So we have Anne Heche, Milium Liebert, Tunde Adebimpe, sorry, Elizabeth Berkley Lauren, and Nico Haraga. Mass Effect live action film is potentially in the works from Amazon, which could lead into that Henry Cavill talks that he's working on something special there. Might get our Shepherd with Cavill.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott confirms that Blade Runner and Alien series are in the works, and the pilots and Bibles have been written for both. Super Pumped is going to debut on Hulu on the 27th of Feb next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also hearing words that Trolls 3 is set for late 2023. The sequel we didn't want for Clifford is on the way. And lastly, Chloe Zhao has some. She released a still of her Dracula film that's coming out. Meant to be a bit futuristic, but we see like a Nosferatu type looking dude in the picture, and it looks like he's riding a horse, but they haven't shown you what he is riding, so you're not too sure. But he's wearing a cap. It looks like he's in broad daylight. Yeah, it looks interesting and intriguing.
That tone that she was like sci-fi western, isn't that Preacher?
Yeah.
The Paul Bettany one. Yeah.
Ew.
Try to stay as far away from that as possible.
Could be that Wesley Snipes number.
Oh,
God.
Shit. I almost forgot about that one. That was
Gallow Walkers?
Yeah, that was,
Mate.
That was Wesley with the dreads as well.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Snipes.
Very good there, Vado. That's Van Hammer.
Sir.
We move on to our movie trailers. So we got a few kids movies there. Kids movies. So DC's League of Super Pets and Sing 2 were the trailers that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both looked all right. I mean, Sing 2 has just been overplayed with their marketing right now.
Fucking 3 minutes that first trailer. The Matrix trailer wasn't even that long. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks all right. And we got Bel-Air.
Yeah.
First little look at Bel-Air there, which was like, it was a special piece that they shot just for the trailer of him like diving in the pool, overlaid with like a voiceover work of him like reciting the original theme song, but not the connecting rhymes. So I don't know. They're really going like straight serious with this one.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Especially with like, you know, him literally him in over his head, right? So that's what him in the pool and all that bullshit means. But then him getting crowned as well as the prince. We'll see.
Yeah. They didn't show you anything. I want to see a scene of the family dynamics, because that was such a big part of the original show and what made it work, not just through the comedy, but through the drama as well. And that shit's just got to fucking hit hard if this is going drama focused.
Big time.
Like, it's got to be drama primary if they're flipping the script on this, drama primary, and then the hints of levity throughout.
You know what I'd like to see is if they still stuck to a set-based sitcom, but then they improvised on that and they improved that. You know what I mean? Like, kept it in those sets where you literally have a live audience, but then just go from there. And how can you shoot that and make it look like it's not that?
Yeah,
It probably won't be that. I mean, the best example that we got was the Fan Made, and the Fan Made was like really, really drama filled.
Yeah.
It really flipped it, changed the color scheme, everything. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll actually get that start bit before he goes to Bel-Air as well.
Yeah, and that'll be hard too.
Yeah. It's in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah, as well. I'm listening to that World Book now.
How is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's fucking awesome. But he said that story is Benny Medina. Benny Medina, that's literally his story.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who was Benny Medina again?
Producer or writer on The Fresh Prince.
Oh shit.
That's his actual story.
Wow.
That's what happened to him. Yeah. He found himself in damn it. Where was it? One of like the top high schools in LA. It wasn't in Bel-Air. Like, they wanted to set it in Hollywood. And then Quincy was like, I'm telling you, like, Bel-Air is flyer than fucking what's his face than Hollywood. So that's where we're setting it.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah. So we got our finally finally got to see our prologue for the old Jurassic World. Jurassic World domination there. After
Dominion.
this, Dominion. That's right.
Domination.
Same shit.
That's the point. Dominatrix.
It's the Jurassic World Matrix crossover.
It's a fucking T-Rex with a ball gag. But yeah, so this came out when? They released this in cinemas.
Fast 9.
Yeah, with Fast 9. So that's like nearly last year already, right?
Shit.
May this year.
May this year.
Yeah.
Why does it feel so long ago?
It's 2021.
Fucking COVID.
You really get 2 years this year.
Fucking badly. But yeah, so they released it. So we finally got to see the footage of 65 million years ago, essentially, which is really, really cool. And then you get a little clip of essentially what might happen in the film.
Yeah.
Right. So we get to see a helicopter shot, and they're tracking a T-Rex through the forest, right? And then they end up losing the T-Rex, and then you see all these people just posted up at the fucking drive-in, and then obviously T-Rex hits. My question is, like it's obviously on the news and whatnot that there's dinosaurs out in the fucking world now. Are you really going to the fucking drive-in?
Fuck no.
Mate, what is going on here?
Imagine having to like have a 12 gauge just to go buy fucking popcorn. You know what I mean?
That.
And that 12 gauge wouldn't do anything.
What's a 12 gauge gonna do?
You'd have to like be right in that thing's eye.
I want to do everything that's under Cracker's bucks. I want to shoot a light in the face.
But yeah, it looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like visually, this is the best CG I've seen them use.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks real. The dinosaurs look just fucking next level.
Yeah.
And it's obviously the old T-Rex as well, which is my guy.
Yeah.
Or girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the little homage to the first Jurassic Park when they flip that car and kick it so it spins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be something in how that T-Rex died at the start in like 65 million years ago.
Yeah.
And then the mosquito landing, drawing blood, like other than just the mosquito taking the blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be, it's got a higher content of adrenaline in that blood or whatever. That just makes it stronger. It's like that Jolt movie. Yeah.
No one remembers that.
I just recently watched that.
Righto.
And yeah, I called that shit from the start. I was like, no way Jai Courtney's going to be in here just for the 5 minutes of pussy. All right.
The Greek god Pusselite.
But I enjoyed what I seen of Jurassic World. I always watch these movies and I always enjoy them just to sort of see the creatures on screen.
Yeah.
Like
At the end of the day, this is a really good creature feature to always sit down and watch. Like, as much as I can rag on fucking Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, like, they're just very fun to fucking watch.
Yeah.
Even that series, Camp Cretaceous.
Yeah.
Shit is fire.
That shit is fire. Fuck. I think that was made more for adults than kids, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some real shit in that show. Yeah.
Some real shit in that show. Your mother and I getting divorced, leaving you on this fucking island. But that was it.
Yeah. That is a wrap. Like, we had very, very little content this week.
It's Christmas season.
Yeah.
I honestly believe we had very little content because all the streaming studios are strapping to get us that fucking contract.
They're all like, you know, vying and like fucking trying to underhand like each other. Come with us.
We'll give you 73 million. I love
Fuck
that.
that. I would just like, I would be playing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Ding, 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 ding.
73 million. I'd take that deal.
73 million, I would still like dress like Adam Sandler. Fuck that. I would live life
Why would
just
I change my lifestyle though? That's what I don't get. Like, admittedly, I would have a Tesla or something like that, and a house, but that's it.
to be honest, it's just the house and the home theater for me.
Yeah,
That is it.
If
Jules can have the rest.
If they were like, we'll give you 73 million and that shit split between us, I'd be out here doing the fucking Will Smith switch dance. Don't worry about Bel-Air. I'll be doing those jumping jacks.
Send a check, Netflix. I don't care
Send
if we
it.
just share 50 million.
And it's a cool 50 million.
After tax.
Oh man, I watched that Jagged documentary
Yes.
film. The Alanis Morissette looking back at Jagged Little Pill. That shit was fire.
Yeah,
For real.
I saw it. I want to watch it, man.
That was so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, I always thought Alanis Morissette was one of those like pretentious kind of just like, I thought she was like Bjork, like she spoke with a French accent and shit like that. Nah. She's like a real human being.
She's a regular person.
Yeah.
She's from Canada. That's it.
Yeah, no, but like I thought she was like French Canadian. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like with Alanis Morissette. But she like went through some real shit.
Alanis Morissette, to this day, still one of the most beautiful ladies I've ever seen.
Badly. I was thinking the exact same. I thought I was more attracted to Alanis Morissette now than Alanis
know.
Morissette back then.
Because Alanis Morissette now got the experience.
That's always, what's his face? Dogma.
Yeah.
When she kissed me, immediate.
But you know what I watched? I watched that Valentine movie that the dude who directed Urban Legend did after Urban Legend.
Is this with David Boreanaz?
That's the guy from Bones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. It was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that about? Because I watched it and I was like, Valentine? Fuck out of here.
Fucking. This is the one where these 5 girls are being stalked by this guy, and they send them Valentine's cards on Valentine's Day, because like they fucking fucked with him as a kid, so he's out to kill him now.
Jesus.
He's out for blood.
Yeah. Watch that, and then I watched Shallow Hal for the first time in fucking years as well.
Wild, that movie.
That is wild. That movie,
Kind
man.
of problematic, that movie.
Yeah.
That movie would have been cancelled straight away now.
Badly.
man.
Fuck,
Big
it's
time.
bad. Even the start, his dad's like, I'm going to give you some life advice when he's on his deathbed. And he's just telling him you need to find the perfect woman.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Oh. The perfect hands. Fucking hell.
Yeah. I watched that True Story. Kevin
Oh.
Hart and Wesley Pipes.
How was it?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's quite good. This is the best I've seen in Kevin act.
Shit.
Like hands down.
Kevin's getting better with every
Better
movie.
than the other one.
Where he's the father and the mother.
Yeah, it's better than that one. Better acting than that.
The upside.
Better acting than Upside.
He gets all these opportunities to like really shine because I
Yeah.
think he can do it. I
Yeah.
think he can do the work like most comedians can.
Mm-hmm.
He just like he turns it into like the Kevin Hart show.
Yeah.
Some of the, like, you know, the most serious acting I've ever seen Kevin Hart do was the music video for fucking Kevin's Heart.
Oh yeah.
And he wasn't even acting. It was just him.
I'm reading his book right now. That shit's good too.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Fuck. Like it starts off like jokey and stuff like that, but when he gets into his journey, that shit is fucking fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kev had a like it looks like Kev just blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kev put that fucking work in,
did.
son.
He did, man.
Fuck, he was grinding.
For years.
Like driving from Philly to New York, like
Yeah.
nearly every day, a weekend, just to do a spot here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 minutes here.
And food spots.
Oh,
what they'd
man.
call it. Like they wouldn't pay you, they'd give you food
It's wild, man.
just to build exposure.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Does he touch on the stories with him and Burr and Patrice? Because that was the trio back in the day. It was him, Burr, and Patrice.
Where I'm at the moment, it's him trying to break into that table. Because Patrice would just be like, nah, keep that motherfucker over there because he looked like he smelled. Fucking died in the car. I'm like on the way to work, like,
You know, it's the worst when you got to stop at the stoplights and your wife in tears.
Patrice was a wild boy, man. Oh, man. I love that man. Oh, he was Patrice is what, Chappelle is what Patrice should have been.
yeah.
Like Patrice is just, oh man,
He had
the
zero
best.
fucks with his fucking stand-up.
Zero. Patrice literally go out there and say anything.
Kev, like, because that's how they start. Like, they start just back and forth between each other. Like, Kev's just had enough. And he's like, oh, fuck you, Patrice. You so fat. You should have roll on underneath all your rolls. Oh, man. It was so good.
He tells a story of Burr, and Burr was like doing comedy on one of those open buses.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, he didn't want to tell them why he did it. He was just like, the agent booked it or something. They found out later that Burr did it just so he could get tickets to the baseball game because Boston was playing. They ragged on him for fucking months on it. It was fucking best, man.
Fuck, that's gold.
Yeah,
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
that's it.
They're done. Out of here early.
And you get an early one.
Jesus.
Thanks for everyone that's been listening so far. We're getting to the pointy end of the year. We're going to start wrapping things up, take a little break, recharge, come back. Got a lot of things in the on the old fire there. A lot of fucking pokers in the fire. I don't know what the fucking expression is, but
You got a lot of irons in the fire.
yeah, that too. Yeah. You can catch us on YouTube, Spreaker, under Logosmith Media. We're on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you for following us. Love you guys. I hope you take care of yourselves. Love yourself and love movies.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the homies.
Yeah. Enjoy that turkey day.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble. Pause.
A midnight gobble. Cox.
But vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.